Welcome to EFTM, and today our first look at the Hyundai Ioniq in the EFTM garage.
Well, we've had this beauty in the EFTM garage for over a month now.
Yep.
A month!
It's been in my driveway most of that time, I'll be honest.
Absolutely, because you are very frugal. In fact, you're tight. You
Yep.
don't like spending money,
Yep.
and this is the perfect car for that because you don't have to spend a cent on petrol.
No money on petrol, and that's one of the, we've talked about this in our previous electric car videos, and I haven't had a power bill since, but no, I've done some basic calculations, and I reckon this is costing me a half, if not a third the price of getting petrol. And I think that's the critical thing here. Even when you're using normal coal-fired power from my home, no solar or anything like that, about a third to a half the price of running a petrol car. And that is a good start.
And the best thing about this car we've discovered is you don't need these fancy wall chargers installed at home. We are plugging it into domestic power points. I'm taking it on a 40-kilometre round trip in terms of my commute each day. Not having a problem with charging it either here or at home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't commute as much every day, but often I'm into the city, so I'm doing 80, 100 Ks, some days back and forward. But again, it's this whole thing about, this has been a real learning experience about the ownership of an electric car, because if I get home late at 7 and I need to go early at 6, that's what, 11 hours in the garage. That's 11 hours at home. That's 11 hours to charge your car. It'll go, if it's a 50%, it'll only take 3 or 4 hours. So if you're plugging in every day, you're not having a drama with range anxiety at all.
And that's the point. I mean, you're never letting the car go flat. Why would you do that? You just don't do that even with a car that's powered by petrol. Another thing is it's just a nice car. It's a luxurious car to drive. It's got all the features, Apple CarPlay, heated and cooled seats there as well, leather seats. It's a conventional feeling car.
Adaptive cruise control, lane guide assist, the beeping and buzzing as you go out of your lane. So it's actually quite a highly spec car that we've got. And you're talking a $50,000 car. And I think as much as this has not been part of my experience driving it, I do keep saying, because people ask, keep saying it is still more expensive than the equivalent Elantra, which is the size of the Hyundai you'd get if you were buying a petrol car. Now, even Hyundai's own website, when you calculate it, says it might save $1,300, $1,500 a year on petrol, which is great, but it's not going to save you, unless you're keeping the car for 10 years or way more, it's not going to save you that money up front. So there's still, essentially, my only negative for the car is the price barrier to get into it.
And look, if you are worried about the price barrier, there are 2 other models in this range as well. You can get a plug-in variant as well, and also a completely hybrid version. So Hyundai really covered the whole electrification of cars when it comes to the Ioniq model.
Doesn't the plug-in have a range of over 1,000 kilometres the way you get into calculator?
Yeah, exactly. If you stretch it out enough, yes, that's absolutely right. It's a range extender. That's what plug-in hybrids are, basically. You just coast along for maybe 30 kilometres in electric mode, and then the petrol kicks in.
I've loved driving it. It took a while to get used to the basics of it, just stopping and starting it, because it's always running. As soon as you press the go button, you don't know it's running when you get out. There's those weird things, but you get used to it very quickly. As you said, it drives quite normally. It's a good looking car. You'll see some interior shots come up here in a minute. It looks like a normal car inside too, and I know everyone loves the fanciness of a Tesla, and I do too, don't get me wrong, but this is just a normal car, mate.
It is. It's no Prius. I'm not sure about the back end. It's still a bit out there for me. But overall, you're right. I mean, it's an everyday car. And then, you know what? It turns heads.
Yeah.
People do look at it. They want to know all about it. The neighbours are asking me questions about it. I don't know how it's going to sell. I've got no idea. No. It is overpriced still. But it's early days. Everyone's talking about Labor's policy 2030. We're early days when it comes to this sort of tech.
So we've had it a bit over a month. The range I've been getting on it is easily going to get the 220, 230. I think they've done a good job of under-calculating in terms of range. I've been getting good efficiency in the car in just normal mode, not even in eco mode. So that's been good. And I think that generally our next real big challenge is, where can we push this car to? Because the big question is, how far can you drive and all that stuff. So apart from the daily commute, which is what this car is for, our real next big question over the next month or so is, how far can you push this car in terms of making it a family travel?
Yeah, the day trip. How far can you go on a day trip in one day? So look, we'll do that.
Go down the south coast, mate?
We can try. There's lots of hills on the south coast. Coming back up that Bulli Pass, I don't know.
Maybe not the south coast then.
Okay, we'll see how we go.
We'll go somewhere.
It's the Hyundai Ioniq. No, we're not going west. Okay. Let's not go west.
Let's not go west.
Nothing good happens west of the Blue Mountains when it comes to electric cars.
I was wondering what you were going to say. Full review, my first look and Bowen's first look at EFTM.com, and keep an eye. We're going to keep you updated on the Hyundai Ioniq as our experience goes on.